Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty. It is Monday, September the 28th. I'm here with the numbers today. My producer said it was Sunday. Unfortunately, I'm the producer, so I can't fire myself. It's my day 197. I've done 197 of these broadcasts since we got started back in March. It's also my day number 1 for radiation. No, I'm not dying. I'm being very proactive. Little prostate deal, and it's just not getting bad, not getting any worse, not getting any better, nothing, no problems or anything like that, but it is day number 1, so I'm going to immortalize that on this video. This is day number 1. You don't feel anything. You go in there for 10 minutes and you're in and out, no big deal, but the consensus of opinion is that it's better to be proactive with something like this and have it taken care of, and it's like 88% effective. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. And since it hasn't done anything in 3 or 4 years anyway, you could say, well, I'm just not going to do anything and sit around and wait till it starts to do something. Or you could say, well, let's try to get rid of it right now. That's what we're doing. So anyway, I did it. No big deal. Don't get too alarmed about it because it's not a whole lot going on there. All right, now, good news today with the numbers. Story on the numbers today is same as yesterday as far as the number of deaths were concerned. 10 new deaths today. There were 10 new deaths yesterday, so there was no improvement, but we like the number 10. I'd like to be at a single digit instead of a double digit, but hey, we're pretty happy with this 10 for the moment. Now, with respect to the positives, the positives, we were down by 1,144. Yesterday, we had 1,882. Today, we have 738. So we improved by 1,144. So that's very good. We're quite happy with those numbers. And in addition to that, I can get to say it again, and I'll say it again on this video, maybe a couple of more times. Green on the screen today. Yep, green on the screen today. You see those numbers up there? And 7-day moving average today is down to 101.29. On Sunday, it was 102.86, and on Saturday, it was 103. What does 7-day moving averages mean? 7-day moving averages mean that represents the average of the number of people who passed away in the past 7 days. This is a number that people like to use to kind of develop a flow chart to show exactly what's happening over a period of time, to develop some kind of a way of seeing our progress. And so 101.29 is good. We've been down into the 70s, but one of the things that's killing us, no pun intended, is we had a 197 in there and a 172. And it's going to be 2 more days before that 197 drops off and hopefully will be replaced by a smaller number. Alrighty, folks, I have a little bit of news to report today, and I'm going to more or less tell it to you as opposed to reading it to you today, because I read it in a journal, and then I saw a couple of television exposés on it. And here's the story. To say that 99 point some number, 99.78, there's all sorts of numbers you can add to the end of this 99, that of those people who get COVID-19 survive it, is actually a true number, but the medical people will take issue with it and say, well, that's not really so, because if you have underlying conditions, well, now you've added more things to it. So let me say this first. If you are an otherwise normally healthy person, and you should come in contact with somebody and get it. Now, I'm not trying to mitigate it. I'm just telling you what the facts are where we are today. Chances are that you're going to survive and be just fine, especially if you're younger. The younger you are, the better off you are. That's not to say that a couple of young people have passed away when they got it. Yes, they did. But we also found that most of those young people already had underlying conditions. Same with the older people like myself. If any kind of underlying medical conditions, it's going to cause more problems for you to get over this COVID-19. But if you're an otherwise normally healthy person, that number is 99 point something. So why am I saying all this? Well, there's a lot of conversation about opening up and opening up too soon, and more people are going to die, and so forth and so forth and so on. Well, it's conceivably possible that if you have some underlying health conditions and you are going out and mingling with people, the chances are that you will probably pass away. You don't want to be doing that. I tried, even though I have no underlying health conditions other than my little prostate thing, but that's not related to the respiratory system. So therefore, I still say I'm going to hang in there and stay at home. So here's what the good news is. The good news is that there are 2 drugs that may appear here in October or November, probably before the end of the year. 2 new drugs that could conceivably be pretty good at killing this thing off or helping to treat it. There's only one issue with these drugs, and that's because they're so quick, they could come to the marketplace pretty quickly, is that they require being kept in a very cold environment. In other words, something colder than your average freezer, which means that anybody who would have these drugs on hand would have to invest heavily in some of this very, very expensive equipment to keep the temperature very, very low to have this drug on hand. So the good news and the bad news, those drugs might appear quickly meaning before the end of the year, and they may be quite effective. However, they do require this extra freezing condition in order for them to be kept alive, to be able to be used for what they're going to be used for. So, and there are other drugs that are coming along. Now, we also have come a little way, because I've been saying all the way along here that we haven't come up with anything. Well, that's not necessarily true. We have resveratrol and a couple of other drugs that help mitigate COVID-19 if you get it. There are several drugs that you can take that they have quite a bit of experience with right now that do help mitigate your COVID-19 if you should get it. So we're really kind of not in as bad a shape as everybody seems to think we are, except there are some people who think that this is all a bunch of hooey, it's a hoax. That's not the case at all. We know that's not true. And we know a lot of people have died, a lot of people have gotten very sick. And we don't want that to continue to happen. So I'm continuing to say, because I think it's good advice based on everything I hear, based on science, that we should be distance spacing and we should be wearing those masks everywhere we go now, every restaurant we go into. Even though the restaurants are open here, I was at the Ocean Grill over the weekend. I went over to, I had lunch over there. We distance spaced while we were there. They have their tables separated. I went over to the Ryder's new gourmet market. Went inside, ordered, everybody had masks on, everybody distance spaced, sat outside at a table that was 6 feet away from another table, and had a little breakfast over at Ryder's New Market. So, yes, you can do that sort of thing. Just be smart, and everything will probably work out pretty well. Alrighty, folks, so I've done all that. Let me do this. Let's go into the weather report. I do this weather report mainly for the people who live up north who aren't familiar with what's going on with our weather down here, and they like to be kept informed. And so here it is, weather forecast for the Treasure Coast. Today is scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 88 degrees, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chance of rain today is about 50%. You've heard me say this many times. The weather pretty much is the same all the time, except if it's not the same. You know what I mean. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies tonight. Scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Low 74. The winds light and variable. Chance of rain tonight is about 70%. Now, let's say for tomorrow, for Tuesday, partly cloudy early with thunderstorms becoming likely during the afternoon. High 89 tomorrow. Wind south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The chance of rain tomorrow is about 60%. So there you go. So don't be a COVIDiot. You might go ahead and wear those masks, please. Please distance space. Don't forget to push the like button. I would appreciate that very much. And I also have some nice shout outs to people who were very kind to go over to see Karen at the Ocean Grill and give her a little farewell. And it was nice of you to do so. Many people went there because they saw it in the newspaper. The Ocean Grill did a Facebook about it. A few people who saw it, like Jay Parm and his wife, stopped by to see me while I was there and chatted with me, and he's a faithful watcher. Several other people went over there who do see this video and told her, hey, thank you very much for all your service for the past 32 years, and that was very nice of you to do that. We appreciate it. All I cared about is if one person shows up, and they did, I've done my job, because let's face it, when you are on the job for 32 years, and I must have been in there hundreds of times while she's been the chief bartender there, and I always sat at the bar to have lunch, not because I'm a big barfly, because I like to sit there and look at the ocean. It's a beautiful spot to sit and look at the ocean, and she was just always the best, and we wish her a lot of luck. Okay, shout outs today, always to Marie Arnold, Diana Stark, Iowa Lizzie. Iowa Lizzie has now received the name Iowa Lizzie. Joan, Ellen, Elizabeth, George, Vanessa in Miami, Tony and Kevin, Wayne and Dorothy, our Minnetonka friends up in Minnesota, the Kennedys on Long Island, and seem to have lost the rest of my shout-outs. Sorry about that. Producer again, we got to get after this guy. Raymond Carey, Captain Marcia. Good day, Captain Marcia. Saw you earlier today. Danny up in New Jersey. Barb, Betsy, Sherry, Jay, Timothy, John Marks, and Kelly over at the Polo Deli. Next door friends like Heather Mason. Always say hello to Heather. Carol, Karol, and Barb, Megan, Diane, Joyce, Rosemary Biddle, Edith, thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate it. These are all people that, like every day, I see they react somehow. They either send me a message or they give me a like or something like that, and I do appreciate that. I say, for heaven's sakes, if you guys can spend time watching, the least I can do is give you a little shout-out. Ann Hallie, Dan Shaw, Bruce, Jay Parm again. Thank you, Jay. Nancy Bicknell. Nancy Strazula, I got it right again. Susan Taylor, Marcia's friend. Barb Chandler, and Lisa Crider Brown. Alrighty, folks. Thank you again so much for watching this video. I have little to nothing to say at the end of the video other than to say hello and goodbye, but I will pop in one more time after I give you the numbers, and you've already seen the numbers for the entire state of Florida. Obviously, since they're so low, the rest of them are going to be pretty low as well. Anyway, it's a new week. Have a great week. Have a very, very blessed Monday, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, here we are in the numbers department for Monday, September the 28th. And once again, we get to say my favorite words, green on the screen. Check it out. Okay, 10 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours. We're giving them a green today because it was the same as yesterday. So although it wasn't an improvement, we didn't go down. So that's very good. We didn't go up, rather. So that's good. So 10 new deaths for the entire state of Florida. We're very happy with that. Let's just hope it sticks like that now for the next couple of days. Probably won't, but we hope it will. And then if we go over here with the new positives, yesterday we had 1,882. Today we have 738. We're in triple digits. That's good. We're out of those big numbers down into the 738s. That's an improvement by 1,144 for the entire state of Florida. You know, I say this every Monday. Mondays always seem to be pretty good. They're usually pretty good numbers on Monday. We don't get our bad numbers on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But I'm going to be optimistic this week and hope that things will begin to level off here. Alrighty, folks, now let's take a look at Dade County, Miami-Dade. That's 0 new deaths to report, and then 40 new positives in the past 24 hours. In Broward County, 1 new death to report, 20 new positives. And then we go up to Palm Beach County, and we have 1 new death to report and 27 new positives. Alrighty, here we are in Orange County. No new deaths to report up there, and 17 new positives. Orange County is Orlando. Brevard County is Melbourne. No new deaths to report in the Melbourne area. 7 new positives. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. 1 new death to report in the Fort Pierce area. 9 new positives. Martin County is Stewart. No new deaths to report down there in Stewart. 4 new positives to report. And then we go to Indian River County. In Indian River County, that's where I am. No new deaths to report here. 6 new positives. None of the positives, I should say, were in either zip code 32960 or 32963. And let's take a look now at the 7-day moving averages. Check this out. Yesterday it was 102.86. Today it's 101.29. Those 2 tens helped us out a great deal, a tremendous amount. What's not helping us out, obviously, is this 197 and this 172. These 2 big numbers are really, no pun intended, they are killers. There's no question about that. Now, tomorrow, that 92 will drop off, and if we can replace it with a low number over here, that will drive our number down again. Alrighty, let's take a look at the chart I put together for you on the moving averages. When I looked at it earlier today after I put it together, it would seem if you draw a line across here we haven't made much improvement in 7-day moving averages since back right around the 1st of September. And here we are the 28th of September with 102.97. And over here on the 4th of September, we were 111. And on the 5th of September, we were 99. And here we were 102.86 on the 6th of September. So we haven't made much of an improvement as of today. We went up a little bit, we went down a little bit, but that's kind of where we are with the 7-day moving averages for the deaths. So to remind you again what that means, it means that right now an average of 101 persons passed away each day for the past 7 days. All right, as we've been doing every day lately, we've been taking a look at how Florida stands up with the deaths. And these are the deaths as of the day before yesterday. We can't do yesterday because I tell you every day, there's too many blank spots in there. We wouldn't have any information for you. So here we go. Texas led the pack with only 35, so just double digits. That's pretty good. Texas with 35, and they have 28 million, almost 29 million people down there. Georgia was then with 32 in second place. Arkansas, 23. New deaths, California had 21. California has 39 million population. They only had 21 deaths. Not bad at all. Louisiana, 21 in fifth place. Virginia, 15 in sixth place. Illinois, 13 in seventh place. Massachusetts was number 8 with 13 deaths. Ohio was number 9 with 11 deaths. And here we are in Florida in 10th place. We haven't been in 10th place in a long time. And this isn't where you want to be in first place. This is where you want to be in last place. So, yes, we have 21 million, almost 21.5 million people. We only had 10 deaths yesterday, and we had 10 deaths the previous day, 10 deaths today, rather. Maryland, for Julie up there in Maryland, only 10 deaths, but they're still in double-digit numbers in Maryland. New York, 9 deaths in 12th place. Take a look at Utah. Utah was in 14th place with 5. Our Minnetonka friends up in Minnesota, they had 4 new positives. They were in 15th place. And then we'll go down here to Pennsylvania, 19th place with 3 new positives. And Indiana, it was 21 with 3 new positives. In Iowa is for our friend out there, Lizzie, you got 3 there. You only single-digit numbers. Not bad at all. In Kentucky, 3 in 24th place. Let's go down here to North Carolina, 1 in 28th place. Colorado, 1 in 30th place. Nebraska was 31 with 1 death reported. And then Jersey didn't show anything, so we're assuming that there was nothing there to report. Either there was no reporting or there was no deaths. We're not really quite sure, but let's go with there are no deaths in New Jersey, Alabama, Michigan, Wisconsin, Washington, Kansas, Connecticut. I mean, if that's really the case with all of those states, that's fantastic. And we're really happy with that. However, we have to also remember at the time we're doing this, right now I'm doing this at 11:37 in the morning. These are very fresh numbers, and they tend to change from time to time because the entire United States so far is only reporting 276 deaths for the entire United States. That's good. That's quite good. That may change as the day goes on. All righty, now that we've done those two things, let's go over here and take a look at the global view. USA cases, 7,117,830. USA deaths, 204,778. And the global cases, 33,153,600. Global deaths, 998,674. Definitely heading towards that 2 million mark. Not a good thing. Alrighty, folks, those are the numbers for today, for September the 28th, Monday, the new day, new week here. Hope everything is going well for you. A couple of little things to say here, and I'll be back in only a moment. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, folks, thanks for watching very much. Thank you for looking at the numbers. Now you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I would need to remind you about sending your pictures to the Pet Patrol, roncrider@gmail.com, which I will stick up there. And then also don't forget to take a look at my Vero Beach 5star.com. That's a whole bunch of restaurants that I've listed all over the world, as well as here in Vero Beach. ClassicAmerica.net, my light classical music channel. Check that out. It doesn't cost anything, and you can listen to it any 24 hours a day. And Mostly Sinatra, that's the one I've been working on diligently lately. It's in pretty good shape right now. MostlySinatra.com, ClassicAmerica.net. So those are the two ones that you want to be taking a look at. If you haven't pushed the like button yet, please do so. And you know what I say every day? It's always better to be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Try never to be a part of the problem. You try to be a part of the solution every day. Do something nice for somebody today. I look forward to seeing you back here on Tuesday. Have a very blessed Monday. Ron Crider, signing off.